Hey y'all, it's Lindsay the Fiber Seed, and it is WIP Wednesday where I share what I've been working on, which are a couple things. We've missed a Wednesday or two here. We've gone to Alabama Fiber Fest, got to see my parents for a little bit, and now we're back in the studio and we have shipped out our Advent and Hanukkah boxes. If you have the 12 days that you pre-ordered, that will be coming. Don't worry, we didn't forget about you. But here's the three things for this episode of WIP Wednesday. We're having an update this Friday because we haven't had one in like a month. So I'm going to share what we've got going on with that. 2, obviously my WIPs, and then 3, Fiberfest find. So let's get started. First up, I said we have extras. So this would have been so awesome if I had it the right way. This is one of the Advent boxes. I'm going to show it to the side. No, that would ruin the surprise. Anyway, we have 5 of these guys left and 4 of the Hanukkah boxes. So the Advent box, the theme was a Sisu theme. So it's Whoville Christmas, but there's Sisu themed stuff in there, okay? So if you have a favorite character, it might show up. The other one, the Hanukkah box, was, we have 4 of those left. And that one was Lights Aglow themed, so it was hot air balloon themed. So love how they turned out, super excited. But we have a couple of those that are gonna be going in the shop on Friday. We haven't had a November color of the month. You haven't seen it. You have no idea what it looks like. I'm going to share that with you. But first, y'all saw Leaf Pile and Good Crunch. I'm showing you these so that you remember them, and I had them to show you with other things. So Good Crunch, Leaf Pile, right? Okay, so we have also, and I showed you these, but we haven't had the update for this. Reese and Penelope's colorways, the Rainbow Soup update. So this is Horses in the Stable, and this is what it looks like knitted and crocheted, okay? And those are different heights and stitches of crochet, so single, half, doubles, and doubles, and so that's how it works up, and I think it looks nice with Leaf Pile personally. Just giving you guys ideas. And then Reese's is Weeping Woolen Tree, and that one knits up like this and crochets up like that. So I think these, let's see if I got this one. I got it upside down. Here's the doubles, the half doubles, and the singles down here. So I'm pretty sure I've got all 3 of those still on sock, DK, and worsted. So those will be in the shop on Friday. We also came up with a late fall color. This is Mulled Spice. So it's showing up like in the picture, maybe on your screen possibly. It is a rich red-orange, earthy rich in that sense. It's not like blazing bright, but it is rich. And it's got like a wash of black and some speckles of different colors, but they've got that, they're on that background, so they're very muted. It's very lovely. How lovely, do you ask? I've got swatches. So here's the knit, and here's the crochet version of it. So it doesn't really change much with the height of the stitches, but yeah, so that's how that works out. Just saying, it looks really good with Good Crunch, which we do have all of these in sock, DK, and worsted. Okay, so those will be going into the shop. And then now this one, my swatches aren't blocked, and they kind of were in the bottom of my knitting bags. So they're a little rough, but swatches of the November colorway, Trailhead. Okay, so I only have this in sock and DK because we are out of our worsted currently. Don't flip out. If you know us, you know our yarn gets milled for us, and the mill is boxing the worsted up right now and shipping it to us hopefully either today or Monday. So in the next 2 weeks, we're going to be getting more worsted, and we'll be doing restocks because worsted is super light downstairs on the quantities. But yeah, so right now I have sock and DK of Trailhead. I have been holding on to this color for almost a whole year. Last year when Mocha Moose came out, I was trying, y'all, and I didn't do one. But I was trying on the 3rd try. I was like, don't like it, threw green in. And this came out, and I was like, hold the phone. Love this. Absolutely love this. And yeah, so here's my swatches. This is the DK, and it's not blocked, and it was crunched up. So I know, bless my own heart. Here we go. So that's knitted, and here's the crochet. And that's the single, half doubles, and then doubles. It changes a little bit, but not a lot. But because I knew about this for as long as I have, when I found out I was going to have another nephew, I knew exactly what color I was going to use, but I couldn't start it because I didn't want to work on it and not be able to show you guys, and you guys see and go, where is this? And then not be able to have it in the shop yet. So if you like your earthy green washed with the browns and stuff, like this is your jam. Trailhead is your jam. So this is what it looks like in a bigger piece. So this has got a lot of texture going on. I'm like, there's no pattern for this, y'all. Just there's no pattern. I don't know if I'm going to write it up because I'm like winging it as I go, and I could totally write it up, but I don't know if it's going to turn out the way I'm envisioning it, because it's like building as it goes. But anyway, this is the DK on a size 8 needle. So it's going to be nice. It's not gappy or airy or whatever you want to call it. It's got a nice feel to it. It's not super heavy. Not that our worsted super heavy, but if you don't want super ultra cozy, you want to have a longer lifespan of season to use it. I know it's a blanket, but hear me out, like sweater wise, I go with DK. Anyway, so there's a lot of textural things going on vertically and horizontally. So that's how it looks as of right now. And I'm super excited about it. I actually realized like halfway through doing things that you'll see in my fiber finds. The fiber finds are supposed to be on here, but that's okay. I will still use them. But yeah, so this is the project I'm working on currently in DK, in Trailhead. Trailhead's going to be in the update, so yay. What else have I been working on? Well, because of all the knitted, awesome, half speckled projects we have from some amazing designers, I was like, let's see what crocheted ones we can do. And there are a lot of assigned pooling crocheted stuff that's pretty awesome on Ravelry. Go look it up for sure. I wanted to try 2 things though that I haven't seen on there yet, and so this is one of them. I haven't started the other one. The other one's floating around in my brain, which, I mean, that can be dangerous, but anyway, here's what I have left of my project. So this is probably a third of a ball left. This is Balsam Range. It's a half speckled. I know y'all gonna be like, what's up? Mercat Magics is the only thing in the shop. We're getting a little bit tired of it. I get it. We are home now. There are no shows until late winter. I'll talk about that stuff later, but we have time. There's gonna be an update. We're gonna actually have a restock because y'all took, we love you guys. You're awesome. There's not a lot left to be able to upload, so we're gonna restock all the colors of half speckleds that we have pictures for. And that way we're gonna have a big half speckle update, right? And hopefully I'll have this done in time for the half speckled update. So what is this? This is a shawl. It's crocheted. I'm using sprout sock on Balsam Range. So I'm basically getting this whole like assigned pooling thing from changing the stitch height when I get to the speckle section. So here's how it looks so far. And also, if you are interested, this concept can work in DK and worsted, and I would really love it if somebody who's interested would like DM me or in the comments let me know that you are, because I need help making more, because there's only so much time in the day, and I've already got some sweater knitting for holiday gifts to do. So let me know if you're interested in working this out. I can jot down what in the world I'm figuring out here. Yeah, and we can get going on that, because this is fun. It's fun. Actually, I love this. This is really cool to take with you anywhere, because you don't have a necessarily set pattern of counting or doing anything like that. It's intuitive. And I love that. And if you like this and you want something similar, but it's totally different, but similar, check out Darcy Kern, Cuddle Puddle Wrap. It gives a similar concept, but in knitting, but different, but in knitting. And you'll really enjoy it. Super intuitive, different shawl shape. But love it. So, and you've seen me wear it before. I did it in Tropical Vibes, which is not a half speckled. However, you could do it in half speckled, and I probably need to make one in half speckled so you can see how it looks a little bit different. But it's knitting, and you'll love it. And this is crochet. So yeah. And then I have another pattern, which again said floating. It's floating around. I need to do it. I think I might start it out in a heavier weight just so it works up faster. Anyway, I'm going to do that one, and I talked to some of my crochet friends at these shows, and like through the idea, I'm like, I want it to do this, and they're like, oh yeah, do this. And so what the, you know, a specific stitch will give me what I'm thinking. And so yeah, I'm gonna try that out. This is what off-season fun is. I love this. And maybe I'll have that new pattern at the beginning of the year. Who knows? Anyway, that's the stuff I've been working on. So now to part 3. I know, super high effect stuff. Y'all missed this for 2 weeks. Anyway, we have the Fiberfest finds. So first up, the thing I said when I was talking about the blanket was these Prism hexagonal needles from Brickhouse Fiber Arts that I bought with the exact intention of using for this blanket, and then forgot because I had it in the bag for doing this, and then I didn't do it because we were late. Anyway, here it is. So they come in varying lengths. They are fixed needles. I don't know that they have interchangeables yet, but they're fixed and they're hexagonal. And yeah, so that's what I'm using for that project. Gotta switch out my needles. Anyway, I know somebody go, oh, don't switch out your needles. They're metal. Those are what I know. It's a blanket. I'm not that strict of a knitter anymore. It's gonna be loved either way, and that's my whole goal with it. So yeah. But what else did I find? Okay, so I'm not, all right, ready? Follow me. I love ceramic stuff. I was in a ceramic interest group in college called Little Muddy's Fun Bunch. And I went to college for art halfway through. That doesn't make sense. Anyway, I got a college degree. It was art. So I took ceramics and stuff. Anyway, I appreciate it. And I have slowly over time been changing out my mug collection to be handmade only. So as the years have gone by. And anyway, so I got myself this one. It even has texture on the bottom. So that's fun. So it doesn't like slide. Anyway, this now is the pay attention part. Griffin Wick Pottery. Okay. However, they changed their name to, why am I looking? Because it's on the bag over there. Calusa Valley Arts. Okay. But this is the website currently, Griffin Wick, to get these from. And it did have the Alabama Fiber Fest on there. I don't know if they're going to have these on their website. However, I know they have a bunch of different other style designs. And it has a nice weight to it. But yeah. So, and I'm pretty sure this is hand built because I feel like that's a seam right there. But it's nice. I like it. And that is one of the things I got. Here's a couple more. So I love how, as big of a world as we live in, it can be so connected and small, even though it, you know, spans those big spaces. And so I also love it when, I don't know, I want to say life from the past comes to the present and meets up in a different place. That sounds so crazy and weird. But like, I have a friend that I've known since high school. We reconnected online, and she's a maker. I'm a maker, and it's really cool that I've gotten to see her in person at 2 different shows, possibly more, but 2 for sure that I remember. Like, I turned around and like, my brain went into the files. I call it the filing system, and it sometimes stuff gets pushed off the back, but whatever. But it went they're like, wait a second, you know who this is, and then you remember all those feelings like, oh, this is my friend. And it's so cool that they're here now. And so anyway, that friend's Lydia. It's really cool that we have this another connection that's now a connection. And anyway, she contacted me when I was like, hey, Alabama Fiber Fest is where I'm going. She goes, hey, my friends Lindsay and Allie have their they're gonna have a booth there too. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna have to go say hi. So I got to meet them, and I find it, like, side note, funny because I'm Lindsay. My sister's Allison, who nicknamed Allie, right? Okay. So I thought that was, I'm like, it's Lindsay and Allie, and they have a business. And it's called Dusk to Dawn Fibers. And so I got this. It's not pretty. It's called Nash Vegas. So they dye out of Nashville, Tennessee. DYE, because I said that to somebody who doesn't, like, dyeing yarn is not a vernacular term that is used every day with them. And I said that, like, offhand. I was like, oh, I have to dye on Wednesday. And they're like, what? And I'm like, oh, never mind. Anyway, so I got this. Absolutely love it. I cannot wait to make something out of this. It's a DK weight, I believe. I got it. Yes, I did. DK weight. So that'll be fun to pair with something. I love that dye style. And so that's Dusk to Dawn fibers. So check them out. And then, oh man, Instagram's been hitting me hard with this product. And I was like getting the FOMO. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm using my acronyms right. FOMO on having one. And I'm like, but I don't want to just buy it because it's telling me to. Well, so I saw it in person at the AB Farm and Gardens. And also got some other stuff there, and I don't have it because the kids started using it at the show, because the kids were at the show. If you didn't go, the kids were at the show. Anyway, AB Farm and Gardens, they had the knit patch. And now that I've said this and you're watching this, just wait. It's going to show up in your algorithm. It will. But anyway, so what is it? Okay. It's a patchy thing, and it's not assembled. So there's the bottom of it. Anyway, this goes the concept of like a darning thing. Yeah, I got it up here somewhere. Your darning sock. I do have it. Watch me mess everything up trying to get it. Okay. The darning egg. Mine's attached to my handle. This is my grandmother's. Anyway. Okay. But it goes like this. And then there's like a whole system of smacking on the thing that you're mending. And then you flip the things. I haven't read the instructions. I've watched the video. Watch the video. It's amazing. You flip it, do the weaving. You can make it look really decorative. Okay, let's put it that way. It's not just your basic up and down stuff. That's the sound that makes, by the way, if you didn't know it. Yeah, so got this going. Oh, cool. I can mend in a fun way, right? Fast forward. I'm at my parents' and I'm helping kind of get rid of some things and put other things in a store. Not storage, but just like reorganize. Anyway, there's a bag. The bag had 2 wool blankets, a green and a red one, and like wool. Okay, these things are they're 80 years old. Okay, story behind them. I know this is story time. Y'all didn't know you're getting story time. They're my dad and my dad's brother, and I never met him because he passed away when he was a teenager. But these things are precious to my dad, and he has not gotten rid of them, but they need mending. And I didn't realize, so he gave them to me. He goes, here, you're in an area, because he's had these since my dad's 85, okay? So these were their kid blankets. And they're surprised. I mean, what I've seen, because they only started rolling, they held up pretty well. There are some holes and stuff that need to be patched. But he gave them to me because he goes, your kids can use them, and you're in that weather where these were used. So anyway, I was like, wait, I've got this knit patch I just bought, and I can use it on these blankets to give them a little bit of longer life so that my kids can enjoy them and be wrapped up in love and stuff like that. I really think it's a super cool thing. So I'm excited about using that knit patch and mending the blankets so that, they can get used again. But yeah, so those are making myself cry. Anyway, yeah, that's all the things. So update this Friday. 5 Advent boxes are going to be available. As those are the extras, and there are 4 Hanukkah boxes. Okay, so we're going to have those on there. We're going to have the kids colorways. If you missed out on those, we missed out. You guys haven't had the opportunity. The kids colorways, Mulled Spice, the fall colorway, and then Trailhead, the November colorway. Those are the things that are going to be new to the website. Oh, almost forgot. And then Reese wanted me to share this with you. He drew this morning. Thanksgiving. It's a little football turkey with an Ohio State helmet on, because we're in Ohio and we're the big Ohio State fan. So there's this turkey he drew this morning. Yeah. So that's WIP Wednesday. I hope you guys enjoy your time with your families, and the people that you have made family. And yeah, until next time though, happy crafting.